supposed to introduce us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Fun Show at Big TV.
Big TV.
We were enraptured by your beautiful music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh.
Michael Sellen tickling the keyboards over there. I actually saw you hit a black key or two.
Yeah, 3 thumbs.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. This is the August 8th.
That's it. Well
Says here on my timepiece.
Thank
Oh,
goodness
hey.
you have your timepiece.
It's the August 8th edition of the Fun Show. Michael Salen, Arch
Yeah.
O'Reilly, Kira Weiner. I don't know why I keep trying to call you Weiner.
Thanks, Arch.
My watch says Monday.
Whiner,
Not
like
bad.
I'm a whiner, like I complain. Is that it? And I make you think of.
I don't think that's the reason, but as long as you want to suggest it,
I
it's
just
the
wanted to give you
reason.
an out. I was giving you an out. So I'm Kira Minor.
No,
Hi, everybody.
no, I have a friend who was a whiner as a name.
Gotcha.
Still trying to find a tune over there?
We're standing by the river.
Beautiful, the beautiful river.
What's an
All
old
right,
hymn?
welcome,
Very nice.
welcome to the revival meeting, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. I always have this cup in front of me here, and the legend on it said, "America's founding fathers believed in freedom from religion."
That's it.
So,
Okay.
in context of that cup, perhaps we'll call off the revival meeting at the
okay.
moment.
One of the things I was going to bring up to you folks was this business I hear from these people on these anchor people who are doing all kinds of ads, the TV ads, and they always say the same thing at the end of the ads. The catch line is, operators are standing by.
That seems
Now, all these, my question is, here's all these people. If they're standing there, they got to get tired. What the heck is that all about?
What do you think they should be doing?
Sitting. What else?
Well, there are people these days who are very much in tune.
They could be kneeling.
with the standing desks.
Standing.
It's a new thing, standing
I
desks.
saw the standing desk.
And the health professionals say it's much better for you. We spend too much time sitting down in this country. So, in fact, they could have boiler rooms full of standing desks, but they don't. The people are definitely
He
sitting
always
down.
knows.
I think the
extra.
preference is to sit for most people.
Yes,
But
I
I would
think
like
they're
an
sitting.
option to be
I'm
able
reading-
to
I'm
take
hearing
my desk
also
from sitting to standing and
That,
back and forth.
all these,
Like
these
the
talk
adjustable
shows,
bed.
Exactly.
they're saying that
Anyway,
Donald
perhaps
Trump,
you can suggest to them that they say operators are available
very
There
good.
you
or
go.
something.
Or sitting. Okay.
Sitting available.
All right, now you started in on Donald Trump
Donald
here.
Trump, they're saying he's a mental case. I think that's
I
terrible.
love it. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. The scale finally tipped
And
enough
they
that
give
people
these,
can't think of
they
anything
give these
else.
medical descriptions of all the symptoms he has.
Yep.
Well, Donald Trump,
He's undoing.
Donald Trump perhaps
yes.
needs a parachute since he is plunging like a skydiver without a chute at the moment.
Wait. I heard today that Clint Eastwood endorsed him.
Yes.
Is that a fact?
Well, he actually didn't endorse him. He said he was going to vote for it.
Was he carrying?
I think that's an endorsement,
Meryl
especially by a public
Meryl
figure.
Streep was very upset about it.
Aw.
But,
like
you
She's
know.
as disappointed in him as
But
I am.
now Clint Eastwood fits in with the rest of his celebrity
right,
endorsers,
sure.
unfortunately, at this point in his career. I mean, he's right in there with Gary Busey and
That's high
Dennis
up there.
Rodman
Yeah,
and
I didn't
these
think
wackos.
he was one of them.
And Minnie
well,
Mouse?
he wasn't
didn't
until
think
4 years ago when
Walt
he
Disney,
when
too,
he
if
gave
he
a
was
speech
alive.
on
Yeah.
behalf of
He was a
Romney
Republican.
and spent the whole time addressing an empty chair.
That's just.
You know,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah, it was a little
bad.
weird. It was a little weird.
Well, he has.
if he shot the chair, I would have liked it. See?
Is that what you were waiting for?
That's
Waiting
what I
for
was
some
waiting
real
to
action?
pull out concealed weapon and let that chair have it.
Are you feeling lucky, Hitchcock?
There you go.
Which leg gets it first?
All right, so, but speaking of Donald, he's getting a lot of competition now all of a sudden out of things. I notice our former governor, William Weld, with a big box of petitions he was filing with the Secretary of State to get on the ballot, get himself and his running mate on the ballot of the Libertarian Party.
He looked in bad shape when I saw him on one of these shows, though.
Bill?
Yeah, he was leaning when he was talking.
His face looks a his
You
face
sure wasn't the cameraman?
his face
No,
looks a little
well,
funny.
Sure?
No,
His
that's-
face looks a little
That
funny.
was that,
It does.
that mouthwash he uses all the time. It gets to him, I think.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking
I
about?
have no idea
He's
what you're talking
about.
about.
The guy leaning.
Well, they have a lot of, and those mouthwashes have a lot of alcohol in them.
You're talking about
So
his
he's leaning away from somebody's
his-
alcohol.
um,
Smell?
Well, anyways, he's a good
I'm
guy,
so
and I like him.
confused. Can we move
Okay.
on?
Yeah.
Johnny Walker mouthwash. Is
You
that
know,
what
he
you're talking about?
wrote 2 detective books that were big sellers.
Who's he?
Well,
Okay.
William
when he
Weld.
left,
See, now
when
we
he
know
left,
what we're talking about again, don't we? Because I was lost there for a few minutes.
and the Weld Boathouse, that's where he and I used to go to get our boats to go out on the Charles River.
Is that what you called
Right.
it back then?
Right.
It's
No,
the-
it was the
is.
Weld
The
Boathouse. It still
Boathouse.
is.
His great-great-grandfather gave them
Not
money
what I
for
meant,
that.
but that's
And
okay.
it's right at the foot of the Anderson Bridge, the Lars Anderson Bridge.
Got it.
But yes, speaking of rowing, I was feeling rather sympathetic for all the rowers I was watching at the Olympics today. It
why were you
reminded
watching?
me of our days when the Charles was. Well, they claimed on a bad day you could walk across the Charles. That's how polluted it was, and unfortunately, I'm afraid that's what they're rowing in down there in Brazil.
Yes, it's true.
But I started to say,
Yeah.
Trump competition, Weld files, Evan McMullen, someone you've never heard of, but who
like
was
to. I like
former
that
CIA, former UN,
Yeah.
former director of the House Republican Conference, is about to announce that he's running as an independent
Well, he's a bagel store owner, too. Yeah.
for president to try to stop Trump.
Okay.
And then while we
Because Hillary hasn't already done the job, right? I mean, no, Hillary hasn't like
Not
done the
trustworthy,
job.
no.
No, I mean, he's a hardcore conservative.
You can't
you
trust
see,
him.
so-
No, but see, it doesn't matter what he does. Hillary's going to win. We already all know this.
Well, no, he's a hardcore conservative, which means he won't take any Hillary votes.
no.
So we're perfectly happy to have him run.
Yeah, what
Then what's
about-
he doing? What's the point?
To give conservatives somebody to vote for without having to vote for Trump.
So to make Republicans feel better about themselves for voting for their party, they give them another person to vote for. Is
Yes.
that what that is?
Yes, sort of like that.
Okay.
You think they
And
really
now-
could feel
They-
better about themselves?
No, I don't think so.
And now, in the
Apparently
Trump
Clint Eastwood
effect,
feels good about himself.
and the Trump effect of people who have absolutely no business and will never have any business running for president of the United States, we now get the announcement that Kurt Schilling is going to run for president.
Where did that come from?
It comes from watching
field.
Trump, who has absolutely no claim.
That's
Alex
just
Alex
ridiculous.
Rodriguez could do it. He could be running
He could
for
run for
president.
mayor of New York, I
No,
guess.
he's
No, he's got
retiring.
275 million that the Yankees contract calls for. He could at least pay for all the stuff he wants.
Well, one thing I guarantee you, he wouldn't carry Massachusetts.
Well, maybe not. No, okay.
Probably not.
He's going to
No.
be here this coming week.
Well,
Okay.
you know, it is
You
a
don't see him.
Boo.
it's a real scandal that they allowed him to come back and play baseball again. Absolutely a scandal. He's an absolute convicted cheater,
Okay.
and he had a lengthy suspension, and then they let him come back and play baseball again. If that's their criteria, then Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame next year.
He will be. Look
I don't
out. Look
know.
out now.
No. Then there's Manny Machado from Baltimore, the belt. He's an outfielder. He hit a home run again in the first inning. He hit a home run when he came up in the second inning, and he hit a home run the third inning when he came up.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
the only time this has ever been done was in 1930.
It's been done 35 times.
No, not like this.
Why? Because it's
First,
consecutive
second,
innings?
yes. He
Okay.
came up 3 times and he hit 3 home runs in a row.
All right.
Well,
that's exciting. I think we've
there's lots of
filled our
guys
sports
who
quota.
hit 3 home runs in
He
consecutive
also, I think he
at-bats.
Chris Schilling,
hit another
A-Rod,
home run in the
and
ninth
this guy
inning.
Machado. That's
Enough
3
sports.
references in under 2 minutes.
All right.
No more sports references.
Oh, no
Moving
more.
on.
Okay. Okay, well, there's a guy who's a skydiving character and
Character.
Luke Aiken, in case you want to know. He did something that even I find impossible to believe.
I think he's related to Chet Aiken.
He jumped out of a plane at over
Without a parachute.
25,000 feet
Without a parachute.
parachute.
Okay.
But his
and then what
union,
happened?
his actors union, belongs to an actors union. They said you got to wear a parachute. And he said to them, the weight of the extra weight will kill me on the way down. So they said, okay, you don't need to wear the parachute. He jumped out of a plane without a parachute
Okay.
at 25,000 feet.
Where was he landing?
He was landing in a net. He
Okay.
had a GPS or whatever they call it, and he had a phone that he could talk through. Anyways,
So how did he guide his
he
trajectory?
landed. Well, with his hands and his
Did
legs.
he have a suit on? A special suit?
No,
He did not
didn't
have a
a
wingsuit,
special.
no.
Didn't have a special suit.
He landed in a net spread out over 200 feet above the earth. It's about half the size of a football field.
Yep.
And he landed in that net, which was raised up about.
And I, believe it or not,
Wow.
actually
50 feet.
watched it live.
I watched
you?
it. I said,
I'm gonna have to go check this out. Thank goodness for YouTube.
I jumped out at about 20,000. I
But you
didn't
had a
jump, guy-
parachute.
Yeah, I had a
How did
parachute.
that feel?
I wanted to get out of the plane. It
It was on
burning.
fire.
That changes your
I was
perspective.
leaving.
Now,
Nothing
see,
here for you anymore.
the way they say it is, this guy jumped out of a perfectly good plane. Not Mike.
Gotcha.
Mike's plane was not perfectly good anymore. So
And I couldn't even get a jump out. There was a guy, something like this, McEwen. I think his first name.
I don't know.
What was his
Doesn't
first
matter.
name?
Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
you.
Oh, he dragged me to the camera hatch and pushed
And
me
threw
out.
you out? Threw you out?
What?
And threw you out?
Yeah.
And did he
Nice.
get out?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
This is a true
what a-
story. I
what a-
didn't get out. I felt bad about
what a
that.
shame.
But most of the guys didn't. 6 of them got.
Now,
got it.
were you able to look up and see whether he got out of the plane? He just didn't.
I wasn't thinking
Or
about
did he go
that.
down with the plane?
Well, I was falling, and we had been told.
Do you
to
have any
fall.
idea what happened to him?
He got killed
Well, okay, but in or out of the plane?
in the plane
In the plane.
because the Germans kept coming in and attacking the plane and shooting their machine guns at
Yeah.
everything that they
When
could
you were
move.
falling, what did they told you to do when you were falling?
They told us because of the Germans. At that time, the Germans had a bad habit of shooting parachutists. So they said free fall for 3,000 feet. So I said, how do you do that?
How do you gauge 3,000
Yeah,
feet?
how do you
What's your special?
count to
So he said,
20?
Yeah,
count.
exactly.
He said, count to 5 or something.
5, that's all.
Slowly. So I counted.
Very slowly.
Yeah, I did. And I'm going over, getting sick to my stomach. And finally, I can't get to 5, and I pulled the ripcord.
Oh my God.
It comes off in my hand.
Well, it's meant to. It's meant to.
What?
It was meant to.
Well, you mean it's a story? It's a true story.
No. The ripcord was meant to
you-
come
Yeah,
off
but
of
it
your
didn't.
hand.
But,
shoot-
yeah,
But it didn't open.
But it didn't open the chute.
Now,
what
did you
did
have
you
a
do?
belly chute?
No, there wasn't a belly chute.
Oh, really?
It was on my chest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You just ripped it open.
We had used to practice in the tent
Yeah.
at night what would happen if the chute.
Situation occurred.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we used to practice twisting and pulling.
Yeah.
Really not pulling it out, but we had one chute, and it worked. I pulled it, twisted and pulled, and the chute came out. And there
And
were 2
hits you
holes.
right in the face.
No, it was okay.
There were 2 holes.
2 holes in the canopy from bullets that they've been shooting. My parachute pack had 2 holes in it.
before you used it.
jumped out. Yeah, before I, no, it was
Yeah.
that day, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways.
So it was your
Excellent.
bulletproof vest as well as your parachute. huh?
So okay,
impressive.
yeah.
All right,
That was a
ladies
great
and
story.
gentlemen,
I love when you tell those, so thank you.
stories from World War II.
Yeah.
That's the stuff. That's what I'm always
yeah,
waiting for, you
it-
guys. That's
it's
why
cool.
I wade through all of this
Okay.
to get to the good gems like
Well,
that.
that's a pretty good gem, yeah, I guess.
Pretty
And
uppity for somebody who's going on hiatus.
I've got to go out with a bang. I'm gonna miss you guys. I can't
No,
even think about
you'll
it.
tell them everybody.
Ladies and
about it.
gentlemen, this classic was retrieved from the vault. It doesn't even have a date on it, so your
Vault.
guess is about as good as ours.
2005. I think it was.
Something like that.
Something
In
like that.
any case, the Big Show Unrehearsed Thespian Society's presentation for this evening is entitled Consensus.
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 Action.
You know, sports make people crazy.
That's your biased opinion?
Yeah, well, it's an honest generalization,
Well, I'm entitled to it.
Nonsense.
but they love it.
And that's all that counts.
Pros, college, school, I suppose.
But I won't defend violent parents.
But they're violent games.
People egging on players.
The daily jobs get awfully boring.
Great athletes have always been popular.
President invites champions to the White House.
Yeah, and he gets a jacket and a photo op.
And the ancient Grecians and Romans idolized them.
True. We kind of forget.
Now it's all that media coverage.
And with that, they become national icons.
Baseball cards.
Fans wearing team colors.
You know, there's a guy who tattooed the team logo on his shaved head.
That's cool. Cool.
Seems like a waste of time and money to me.
Never been to a tailgating party.
Okay, got him. You're not into it then.
I'd rather see a play.
A concert or an opera, right?
Maybe an art exhibition at a museum.
Give me the Sox Pats Celtics game anytime.
But that's you.
A gourmet meal's not bad.
You know, stadium food's improving.
I can't stand cold food.
Send
anywhere.
it back by microwaving.
Well, everybody's different.
That's what makes the world go round.
Astronomical speculation.
What goes around comes around.
Each to his own taste.
He'd like a hamburger.
Well, I'd prefer broiled salmon
Perhaps Hillary over Obama.
Sure, and why not Huckabee?
because it's America.
Do your own thing.
What's that?
How should I know?
That's dumb.
Now, don't get hasty or nasty.
It's not personal,
But directed at me.
It was sort of insulting.
He didn't call you a moron.
but I might.
Is this about delegates or superdelegates?
No, but I guess it fits.
Still, Mike, you do some pretty wild stuff.
Such as.
Well, we ordered veal parmigiana.
And I ordered sushi.
But we're in an Italian place.
I like sushi.
Sure, if it was Japanese.
I need a Russian waiter if I want chicken Kiev.
Come on, now you're stretching it.
We asked for a bottle of vino.
And I wanted sake.
And you emphasized warm sake.
That's what 007
Proper way
says.
to serve
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. They never heard of it in there.
Be pleasant, try a little vino.
That's how you learn about other people.
I'm happy living in America.
Okay, so suppose your boss sends you to Zimbabwe.
Why would she do that?
It's business.
You're putting me on.
They want you to open an office there.
Where?
Zimbabwe, in Africa.
For how long?
A few weeks.
No problem.
They eat a lot of vegetables there.
I'll stick to steak and chicken.
You might have to hunt for a search for it.
Well, it's a poor country.
I could always turn it down.
Remember, companies downsize, you know.
You mean layoffs?
Yes.
It pays to have an open mind.
And an ugly fruit could taste good,
I suppose I could try a pizza.
Oh, we understand.
especially if you can't get it.
I'll bring some canned tuna.
Wise guy.
I had tacos and enchiladas.
And rice and beans,
Iffy.
Real foreign, huh?
not her style. No.
The globe is growing smaller every day.
Looks the same to me.
You can fly there in 15 hours.
I get your drift.
You know, tourists go everywhere these days.
And they get hungry.
How fast?
Don't you want to be a good neighbor?
I'm sticking to bottled water.
but we'd be willing to taste.
I don't experiment.
All right, what if you're sent to Iraq?
So the office in Africa is closed,
Well, she's too old anyways.
Oh,
and I'm not in the National Guard.
well, what if you were drafted?
It's a volunteer army.
Smarty. Hey,
When you're not volunteering, right?
some good financial and career benefits.
I'm staying home.
Do you know anybody who's been there?
A chap who went to school with me.
And his response?
Army cooks know their business.
And did he try any Iraqi food?
Hard to say.
Why?
He was killed last year.
Sorry.
Me too.
Wherever you go, hotels have buffets.
Thanks for changing the subject.
Lots of different dishes.
You could taste tiny amounts if you felt like.
I guess.
Well, I doubt you'll find a buffet.
Give it up, please.
Okay, forget it.
Yeah, stick with the pats.
Caterers make a nice salad there, I hear.
You're eating vegetables now, are you?
Doctor's recommendation.
And he loves roast beef.
Very good for your heart.
Too much fat and oil.
Tomato sauce was constructive.
Is that good for arthritis?
Or appendicitis.
I was serious.
Oh, okay. And,
Because I was serious.
oh, you're serious?
I'm serious. I'm super serious.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong page.
You're on
You-
page
you
one.
closed-
We
you
did
closed-
page
you
one
closed
quite a
the
while
book.
ago.
Okay.
There'll be a sweating
Appendicitis and arthritis. Laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah, even better when you have to wait for it. A
Yeah.
chuckle makes the pain go away.
Ask Giuliani and Edwards.
Too spontaneous for Romney.
But it could help in Zimbabwe and Iraq.
They don't laugh much at the UN. Back out.
Blackout.
All right.
I
Michael,
killed
you
it.
just checked out on us.
Little brain fade there.
Like,
Yeah,
you
a
know.
little, yeah, I know. I screwed it up.
Here's a-
No,
Okay.
no, you didn't. You
I
gave
did.
it character. You
I
made
did.
it fun.
Here's a wonderful story. There's this really, really despicable human being who's
And it's not Trump.
who's the governor of Missouri.
Okay.
And he has a sort of historic name because his name is Jay Nixon. And he's really, really bad. I'm surprised Trump didn't pick him for his running mate.
Okay.
He could.
Missouri
He already has
has
friends.
had, Ferguson and all its problems and things. It's had a 12% increase in the caseload for public defenders. It started out being rated last in the United States in funding public defenders. The office, for basic professional standards, the office needs another 270 lawyers.
So what's that?
And Jay Nixon took a $4.5 million budget increase that the Republican legislature had passed and slashed it to $1 million.
$1 million.
But the
Okay.
wonderful thing about it is that there was a loophole in the law in Massachusetts where the state chief
Missouri?
public defender could draft lawyers in an emergency. And so he drafted the governor to represent an indigent man charged with assault.
Good.
That's
Now, the
funny.
governor doesn't want to do it. On the other hand, I think he made his point. On the other hand, I feel bad for that defender because he would end up with Jay Nixon as his defense
Yeah.
attorney.
Okay.
And he certainly would do a horrible job.
all right.
That's too
Okay.
bad.
Now let's.
But the New York Times headed this a message to a stingy governor,
Okay.
which was kind of cool.
All right. Okay.
Incidentally,
What else?
our friend Trump, who we just, unfortunately, we're like the rest of the media, we can't stop talking about him.
Yeah, it's. yeah.
But he
disgusted with
hates
myself.
illegal immigrants. He probably hates all immigrants for that matter, except for the ones he married.
Doesn't care about anybody. Oh, he married an immigrant?
All his wives were immigrants.
Yes, I guess I did know that.
But
Were any of them illegal?
the funny thing is, his current wife, who got up and delivered the plagiarized speech at the convention, it
was
turns
just
out
flattering.
she is an illegal immigrant.
Interesting.
She
When did
committed
we find this out?
during the last week when her nude photographs were released.
Excellent.
It
I've not checked
revealed
those out
when
yet.
they were taken, and they were taken several years before
Was that physical therapy she was involved in?
physical therapy.
Well, you know, the exercises before they take the pictures, anything like the nude.
Remember back in our day at Harvard, they lined all the freshmen up and took nude pictures of them?
Yes.
for some sort of study or
There
something.
you go
Goodness.
now.
They did it at Radcliffe too.
Okay.
In any
that.
case, her biography claims that she came to the United States in 1997,
Okay.
but these pictures revealed the fact that she was working as a model in the United States in 1995 and 1996, and she did not have a work permit or a visa that allowed working.
You mean she's illegal?
This is vote,
Uh-oh.
and her citizenship may well be revoked,
Wow.
which would be pretty cool, you know. Candidate for First Lady citizenship revoked. So Donald Trump, he hates illegal immigrants unless he marries them.
Yes, of course.
Well,
No,
yeah.
it's whatever serves
The only
his
thing to do
purpose.
to save the situation is open another casino. That's
Another of his casinos just went bankrupt,
Which one?
the Taj Mahal.
That's
which
funny.
was that the
Where's
one that
that
says
one
the Trump Tower on it?
No, Trump Taj Mahal
Where is this one?
Trump's Taj Mahal.
in Atlantic City.
Okay.
Atlantic
Another
City.
one, another
So that
5,000
doesn't- but that
people out of
doesn't-
work.
That doesn't close until
benefits.
October the 6th or something. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So they have
it's
jobs
got a,
for a little
And
bit.
got
then
a couple
3,000
got-
people are thrown out
got
of
a
work.
couple more months.
Okay.
Oh, talking about Trump Towers, though,
Yeah.
they're building a licensed Trump Tower in Manila,
Yes.
and a bill has just been filed in the Philippines legislature to ban Donald Trump from entering the Philippines for the rest of his life.
Excellent.
So I guess he won't be there to cut the ribbon
Nope.
on the Trump Tower in,
No, I
in
guess he
Manila.
won't. And he
Interesting.
better stay away from those vigilantes that
You
are
know, I
there.
don't think people are going to be paying him hundreds of thousands of dollars to license his name anymore.
Yeah, I think this is fading.
You know,
this is going to be fading
I
really
think
fast for him.
I think
This is not a
his,
good one.
I think his brand is getting totally devalued very
Oh, yeah.
fast.
But suppose
Clint Eastwood.
Suppose
really?
there's a tiny little corridor which would allow him to get elected.
There isn't. I don't even know why you would even say it. It doesn't even.
Well, it's
there
hard.
isn't. No, there is
Are you
not.
tired of the United States of America? Do you think it
I
would
saw
be
these
fun?
ads in the New York
It's
Times
not
for
an
trips to
option.
Canada. I was reading.
Do you really think it would be fun to
Okay.
be living in 1939 Nazi Germany?
This is the kind of
I
situation
mean, these are the people
that,
you fought. This is why you jumped out of this plane.
Wait a minute, but he's more
Exactly.
like Mussolini. He makes you laugh a little. You know, he
is.
strides
Mussolini was
around.
funny.
He is a little more. That's why I
Yeah.
call him El Duce.
That's good.
Alrighty then.
That's good. Okay, well,
El Duce Trump.
you guys think you know. I hope you're right.
No, I'm
How we
definitely
doing?
feel
I'm glad to
1,000%
have you. I'm
confidence
glad to
in
have you
this.
admit that you were right. You know, I think you should clear your keyboard,
But you
sir.
didn't say anything about the casinos, which
Clear your
Wynn is
keyboard.
going forward with the Everett Casino.
Is he?
Yes,
When
yes.
are they breaking ground?
But the Wampanoags will beat him to it. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. We'll see you in our dreams.
Good night, Reed.
Good night, Irene. Good night, everybody, from the Fun Show here at Big TV. You can tune in next week, catch us again. And in the meantime, be good to yourselves, stay cool, and don't go see Mr. Rodriguez, A-Rod,
He's going to be here.
at Fenway Park.
And
Because
Okay, why?
and stay
I think
away
you
from
guys
the
can do whatever you
Philippines.
want.
he's a cheater.
Oh, he's,
Oh,
okay.
that's why.
All right.
That's right.
Okay, got it.
He's a cheater.
Okay, he's a cheater.
Anyway,
We'll just leave it at that.
good night, folks. Same
Good
time,
night.
same station.
Bye.
And Jim Northrup
Peace.
is an obit on Jim Northrup. Okay, you can't. Okay.